Sniper in the patch 7.41 got a buff that people underestimate massively, and it's the reason why he's suddenly broken. If you want to be ahead of the meta and start winning MMR, you need to learn how to play him, as it's one of the most stable heroes from the mid lane. Today, you'll learn what has changed, why it's so important, and how to abuse Sniper for free wins. Enjoy! First, let's talk about what has changed in Sniper. His innate always granted him attack range, but now this got moved to his E, and you will passively get it once you skilled up. Instead of range, now you just get free damage depending on how far the target is from you. It starts as just above 1.5 every 100 units, so in the laning stage, assuming you're attacking at about max range, it's about 4 damage. Not a big deal, but always some kind of bonus. Once you start getting levels though, it becomes a big deal. Let's assume you're standing just about 1000 units from the target. Then, about level 20, you are dealing 25% more damage. And it works on the ultimate too, so you can get some crazy numbers here. Other than the innate and his E, Sniper is basically still the same. That means in the laning stage, you're meant to harass enemy, get all the farm and eventually get your shrapnel max out, as this is your farming spell. Depending on your mid matchup, you will need your E if you need to outrange enemy, as value point there does a lot. Build early on is flexible, and I see a lot of snipers skipping their ultimate early, as you need all of your other spells. If you feel like nuke on your level 6 will be useful, skill it. Generally, I think going 3-1-1 or 2-2-1 at level 5 is the way to go. Shrapnel is your lane control tool. Most of the mid laners cannot deal with you dropping it on the wave. That means by spamming it, you will get lots of last hits and harass on enemy, and with just 1 point in your E, you already outrange towers. That means you can easily pressure enemy tower early, and destroying it will open up the map for you. This is your preferred way to play the mid lane. Sniper is not really a good rotating hero, although you can react to enemy dives. You can also use shrapnel to push out wave, then walk up and stack the camps near the mid lane, or just use shrapnel to stack as well. Generally with your hero, catapult timing is really important, and you should focus on killing mid tower as early as possible. After you do it, feel free to pressure other lanes. Your hero with levels is amazing at that, and that way you're not AFK farming. Your hero with some points in shrapnels loves to take stacks. You not only clear them really fast, but also your hero is based on a snowball, so sooner you get big, easier the game gets. Keep that in mind and ask your team to make them for you, as then you'll be able to control the game. If they don't do it, keep in mind you can do them yourself. Sniper is a greedy hero out of mid lane and can be played as a carry. His kit, however, means he enjoys 1 versus 1 in most cases, as he outranges pretty much any enemy on the mid lane, and he's able to quickly get his levels, and all of his spells are really useful. Before we talk about the item build, we need to cover what is Sniper good versus and what he wants to do in a game. In a perfect scenario, you're playing against no heroes that just jump you. Any gap closers that can either kill you or stun you to death are your biggest enemies. You're not only dying to them, but also, because of your innate, you're dealing way less damage. Because of that, I think Sniper is the best when you can last pick it, as you won't struggle against enemy jumps. Likewise, if you're playing against him, make sure you jump on his face to deal with him, as it's the only way. And that also means Sniper wants to stay backline and hit enemies, period. Your itemization will be based on that, because again, there's no set build for that hero, but only the key 2 things you need to keep in mind. Threads are a must, Dragon Lance is a must, and then it depends on the game. Your preferred upgrade of Lance is Hydra, as it gives you bonus agility, damage and split shot, but sometimes you'll need a pike to disengage. If you can get away with Hydra, usually shard is a core on the hero then. Your shard is actually amazing, and this I found out when I played sniper support. At 10-second cooldown, you get a good nuke with reposition and disarm. This is your get out of jail card, as it will allow you to survive against some jumps. Keep in mind you'd rather have no issues with enemies jumping, so if that isn't a problem of yours, feel free to skip it. It is, however, the best way to get some kind of reposition without getting pike, and remember, if you go for that, it means you can't go for Hydra, as attack range from both just don't stack. The ideal build you can go for is something along Threads, Mask of Madness, Hydra, Silver Edge into DPS item like Daedalus. Just make sure you're able to safely attack enemies, and after that, maximize your DPS. If enemies have jumps, you need to address them, so sometimes you can even get a blink and join the fights after the jumps are already committed. Generally, you want to avoid getting a BKB, but sometimes you'll need to get it. You don't want to be in position to buy it, as if you play your cards right, enemies won't even access you. Generally, Sniper is really good at hitting people from backline, so your main idea should always be how to position yourself to do that. Always look to have teammates in front of you, as if you ever give enemies chance to engage on you, you are very likely to die. This also means your preferred choice of a hero in your team is beefy heroes that want to go in. Enabling initiators are perfect. Generally, you prefer having people go in first than any save, as once you get going on, it's quite hard to save your hero anyways. If your team doesn't have a hero that wants to frontline, picking Sniper is not the best idea. If you have plenty of them though, it's a great pick. Biggest enemies of Sniper would be Storm Spirit or Spectre, so heroes that will always close the gap no matter what. Against these, consider building yourself extra defensively and try your best to always be around a teammate that can save you. The biggest macro tip is abuse your attack range. You've got highest in the game, and combined with your E, it's even more. You deal damage based on how far you're from the target, so if the cap is closed, you're in danger. Always position yourself far enough from enemies making it unable to go on you, as this makes the biggest difference when playing that hero, be that laning stage or later on. Sniper right now is one of the highest damage dealers in the game, while if you master positioning, it's also one of the hardest heroes to catch. Learning how to play him will definitely improve your win rate, as it's not only playing the hero, but also learning how key is positioning. And if you want to learn how to climb MMR, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, like the video and let me know in the comments if you think Sniper is broken. See you!